Hey everyone, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. All right, so today we are on cycle 720. We still have water. That's going okay. I have been giving this some thought, so I'm going to come back to that because we have a couple other things that we're still working on. We know that this is taken care of. We are out of hydrogen, so we're going to delete that. I found a new thing. I'm going to try to get rid of as much heavy watt wire as I can. And this is a good place to kind of start working on it. We have some different areas that we kind of need to work at, but we also have, this base that we also, new apartments that we also need to think about and look at. Let's see, that needs 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 3. Yeah, we need space for showers, so we may end up going just a little bit higher, but we're going to try to make our new apartments across here, and then we'll have to shift everything as well. So that's going to be a lot of work for the dupes. The plan is to get them going in and out of one door as much as we can, which may even be down here because we have some stuff, some steel there. We have some stuff going on here. My dog wanted out of my office. So yeah, we have a little bit of cleanup. Maybe this nature reserve eventually goes away. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. But like we have this taken care of with a decent water lock. Yeah, so we're gonna do some shifting around. We're not gonna get to all that today. We only do 10 cycles at a time, so we'll see how things shake out. In the meantime, I have a few construction tasks for them. I want to vent this out if I can and just get this to where it's just hydrogen. We'll probably bust this open again. We can break this and they can get some steam. That'll cool off at least there. Something that I saw, which I thought had an interesting concept, was not the thermoregulator. Temp. That one either. What was it? Utility, I think. None of those. No. None of that. Alignment, no. Conduction panel. So this says that it carries liquid, allowing extreme temperature exchange with overlapping buildings. So that's interesting. It says it can be run through wall and floor tiles, which is also interesting. It also says that it transfers heat even if no liquid is passing through. So that's something that's like, where could we put that? I don't know if that's something where, you can use it behind a building. So if I put it here, does that mean that it's connecting this temp shift plate to whatever we have up there? I don't know. That seems like a good experiment. So we'll work on that. And then I've had several comments suggesting that I just didn't have the right amount of water. So I'm just going to build this up here, and then we'll just start putting water in, mopping it up. We'll do what we need to do to see if we can find that sweet spot. Because I'd still love to see it where, we're not having to use all these doors. That's a lot of material. We have that, but it's still a lot of material. And if we can get it to just where it's pumping out, like that would be better in, something like this, because then I don't have to run another pump. I can put it in and just, pump it out to that spot, especially for like hydrogen or whatever. So, I still need the pump to get it out of here, right? But then I don't need all these doors and, extra space taken up. So that's kind of that plan. I really want to take care of that. Our base seems to be struggling with oxygen. It's not that we're not creating enough. we have 20 dupes, which is a lot of dupes to support. I think I'm kind of at the limit for my spawn. But I also need to get the water working off of this, or at least, you know, we have tons of water here. So at least maybe that sieve. The problem is I don't like that I'm using sand. So the dupes are having to come here. I could probably set up some automation so that I'm pulling from here, just pull out, you know, the sand that I need, and it just runs to here, and it could go from anywhere. So, but the main thing that I really want to work on today is that electrical unit, because if I can get rid of this heavy watt wire, then that takes care of a lot of the issues that I'm struggling with, because I hate having to make these little locks through here. And I think with the space that I already have, the idea that I ran across, which came from, what's his name? Gamer's Handbook. That's going to be a pretty good system. And it makes it a lot easier to run everything. So, I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's get stuck in, and we'll just start building out what we have. So we will deconstruct that just for now, and then deconstruct both those. I mean, I do like seeing that that's working. That's decent. Gate, that's all polluted oxygen, so that's fine. Let's see, priority. Construction, fine. I want them to work on that. Let's do a quick check of our schedule. We have more people working the second shift, which is kind of in the middle of the day, than we do first shift. We could probably do with one more, and that would put 7 on each shift, which would be okay. Priorities, that's right, we did get a couple new dupes because we had some deaths in the family. I wonder why that's so high. For Travaldo, hacking, seems weird. And good enough. Trying to make like these high priority for, you know, if they're high skilled, may as well make that high priority for them. Ruby is just like super skilled. That's good enough. Do those two. Yeah, that's fine. Schedule's fine. Skills, we have all 20 on exosuit training, so that's good. That's going to help them the most. Let's see, do we have anybody upside down on morale? We do. Hey, nails is really hurting. But I don't think like that's not been really a problem for us. Like our stress is taken care of. We have a little bit of germs. Again, Bert with his allergic reactions, likely because of this stuff. Let's see. You can see now that we got rid of the joy, we have less in here. This is going to be moved up when we attack this. We may end up, you know, we're going to have a lot of space as we do this, so that'll be fine. All right. Good job, Grossman. Okay, so the plan on this is like you use some automation and some conductive wire. And I think we can probably just try pulling it out and seeing how that works. So this is built with a couple smart batteries and a couple of the automated plugs. And that's the power shut off. So I'm going to give just a little bit of space here. And we'll do one. And then we'll put in... What do we make that out of? Man, I just do not have any copper ore. Thermally conductive, thermally reactive. I don't really want to use the iron ore, but I guess that's... Oh, that's using gold amalgam. Let's see, I just don't think... Yeah, I don't have the sandy biome on this one. It's just Terra. No unusual features. But I feel like I don't have a lot of sand in the copper biome. So we're pretty scant on that. Alright, back to this. Put in a smart battery. So if it's gold amalgam, it's gold amalgam. That's fine. Yep, you can't turn these. So we put that puppy in there. We skip 2 more spots and put that puppy in there. And then 2 more of these. All right. Now, the way this works is you also do some automation. So you put in a... what is this? I think it's a NOT gate. The plan that I was looking at was also slightly older. So, and the NOT gate's going to go for this one. I think it can go anywhere. And I'm making it backwards because I want this to flow a different way than what we have in the plan. All right. Yes. Automation wire. So we already have automation wire. We ran this pretty far. This is actually going to take the place of this battery here. It's still going to do the same thing, but it's going to be tied in here. So we're going to put in the automation wire. We're just going to put it here just for the battery. All right. So this one goes in like that. That connects to there. Then I know these 2 are connected. And this does get connected to this other plug through this one. So I'm gonna do it like that. And we're just gonna go ahead and snip this, snip that, because that makes sense. It's gonna work the way we want it, and then we'll just tie that one into this. Yeah, we'll tie it in like that. And it'll also like help get rid of some of this stuff. So the next stage is we'll get rid of some of these oxygen tanks, and it also runs with 2 it also runs with 2 transformers. So technically I could have done it in here, I guess, and that would have been fine. I mean, we could just go ahead and do that. The one thing I love is like you can snip that and it doesn't do anything. Cancel all of that. Make sure that everything is still connected. Cool. All right. And we may have to move some of this around, but that's okay. Like that's kind of in the plan. You know, these are all ready to be deconstructed as well. see if we can do that. Oh, it actually has. We have room up here. We can really take care of that. So like we don't need those tanks. We could utilize this space up here for some of that. We could even move those around. Yeah, since we're already here, let's go ahead and make the plan for this. Because we have a lot of space. Do 2 of those. Do I just want to pull it here? And this is not like looking at that part of the plan or anything. This is kind of me just playing with this right now. Did I close snag it? That was weird. I thought I closed something. I did not. All right, cancel that. I mean, we'll just run it through this potential wall. We already have all this in place, though. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the best way of routing stuff. Because you can see I have so much garbage around everywhere. All my materials are used up in like, forgotten projects. All right, so that'll take care of that when they build those. I'm gonna cancel this conductive wire just because I want to start building it out fresh and in a good place. I'm gonna go ahead and just do one little skip. Put these here, 2, 2, and 1. Smart batteries, 1 and 1, and that allows us to kind of reuse this. For, you know, other stuff. Conductive wire. We're going to run it underneath everything here. Cool. All right, so that's going to run up and in and over. And we may even do something different with this. We can put in conductive wire. It's not going to hurt anything there. Let's see, this is how that works. All right, so for conductive wire, so this is going to be like switching off and on. So this comes out of the main line. It goes into here. It goes into here. Then it goes up. And then it basically goes into whatever else we want. So this is like feeding our consumers. This is going to be our main power wire. And then this does the same thing. It goes up into here and then connects. So you can see how that part works. And then we can do 2 power transformers. Have one here. They're going to be on the consumer side and feeding in back into the other side. we will have to deconstruct some of this garbage over here, and that's okay. So we'll let them get at least this part done, and built out. Oh, good. We can even put a ladder here just so they can get up and, you know, reach some of this stuff. Because this can be deconstructed. We don't need that a little bit, but, you know, not anytime soon. Man, there. Whoa. Whoa. Why do we make that out of steel? No, 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 no. All right, so we go back to wire and cancel power wires. That's steel. Nope, that was gold. That was gold. Conductive wires. No, we have a lot of lead. Don't think it's gonna be that hot up here. My life. We can go get a lot of lead. I don't think we're gonna run into heat issues here. Conductive wire, that's steel, deconstruct that. Get out of here with that nonsense. Like, they're just building machines on this. All right. So you can see they're already getting power. That we need automation wire. Not a copper. I guess that's going to be lead as well. We don't want that working or that working. And then we'll put that into place. All right. Power, conductive wire, lead. This goes here. And that goes into there. All right. Did they? Oh, we didn't do the automation for this yet. So this needs a NOT gate. And again, we're going to use this battery here is feeding the automation to these two generators. So how did that close again? Cancel that. All right. Let's see. We want this to be on this end. And it has to be flipped around. There we go. I'm just kind of thinking about how I'm wanting that into place. So we already have automation. So the automation wire, this feeds this. And that. No. I was putting that in wrong. There we go. This needs to go this way. So this feeds this and that. This feeds those two. And these two go together. Oh, and it is taking overheat damage. How hot is it over here? It's only 60C. What's the smart the smart battery's made out of lead. What have I done? What is going on? Like, I don't think I've ever selected batteries to be made out of lead. But that's all I have, so that's why. Okay. So I need more gold? Yeah, just like I've not been out of copper ever for so long, and now suddenly I am. Let's see what we have here. Copper ore. So smart battery can only be made out of copper or lead, iron, gold. I could do iron. That feels cheaper for me. So we're gonna have them make us like 20 iron. So there we go. Wow. Yeah, I guess the batteries just, you know, kind of take a lot of that. So let's see, what else do we need? We can deconstruct that, deconstruct that, deconstruct that. We'll need to put in a different ladder, so we'll just put this one up here and start getting it ready. That's probably going to disable that battery immediately, yeah. And that's fine. That just means we will not be using that. Deconstruct buildings. Take care of that and that. We don't need to get up there anytime soon, so we can just deconstruct all that. And we may as well deconstruct those. While they're working on that, let's see. Yeah, we don't have the batteries in place or any of that. So theoretically, you can do this with regular wire. Which, you know what? What do we have? how much wire can we build? We have a crap ton of copper ore and a crap ton of iron ore. Well, if we have so much iron ore, let's recover that and see if this will work. So, you know, you all are here with me on this journey. We're trying to learn. Obviously, I've had to redo a lot of things, and I don't mind having to redo that stuff. Only because, like I said, we're learning as we go. So hopefully you are learning with me, and you feel like you're learning as well. So we're gonna try this. The guide that I saw, you absolutely could do this with this other wire, which will give us some back, which maybe we can do some smart battery stuff. We can do one. So we'll go ahead and pop that puppy in. And we're not going to build that one out of lead. But I will say, like, they're just doing a heck of a job getting all this cleaned up for us. Again, I'm trying to use this to, like, maybe save on some material. Yeah, those don't have power, and that's fine. No, I'm still not building that out of lead. So that's consumer. Don't know if this is going to work or not. Let's see. We still need this other battery in place. That's going to help us with that. Check my lines again. So that goes to that. That's that. These two are already together. So these are working the way they should be. This one needs to power this, that. So this is gonna power. The problem is, what do we need? We need, what do I need for this smart battery? Copper, iron, gold. Do I not have enough gold? I mean, there's some copper there, but that's copper ore. I do know that I have a lot of gold in places, so... And we're just going to snip that for now. Until we can find the material that we need. I mean, we can't make more gold. Oh, no. Can't. This is not powered. That really lost power to the entire base? Those not running. Oh, that is all of our power for the base. No, we're good. They're getting power from something. All right. Or maybe not. I think maybe if we put that back, that'll give a green. Maybe. Sure. Automation. That's power. Yes, without having this battery, this is probably causing some issues. So those are working because it's calling for juice, but this is not in any. Just gonna put a jumbo battery here for now. And that's going to be the splitter. And we'll see what happens there. That's the last little bit of hydrogen that I have there until I get some power. I'm gonna do the automation more. I don't know if there's slightest bit in there. It might. Yeah, we're gonna get some overload damage. I expected that because we're tied into this. I'm hoping it'll be okay. I'm just hoping that battery splits it up enough where it No, it's not. Hmm. So we have power going there. Does this drain off any power? No, all of this power is centralized as well. Current load, 1.6 potential load. That's because of that. I mean, that's powering that. This is fine. So there is power in here. Why is this building disabled? Like that's the reason why we don't have gold or anything. Now it has no power. Now it has power. Yeah, we have some brownouts because of our situation here. Gold, come on. I mean, this doesn't run that often, so that's fine. So we can get some hydrogen to go in there. That's not going to hurt anything. That's going to go up here. And because we need this, we're going to put all of that in here for now. And that puts this back to work. Got 190, so pop out one more. And we can put that right there. And we can tell it to not use any more of that. And then, so we're like trying to get this to work. Power, this wire should be working. These not working. Oh. So that can't push out because of this. So now that that's there, give that a little snip. Why are those not running? Should be. Pipe block, that one's fine. No power. So, what have I done wrong? If we check this power here, we look at the wires. Oh, we still have this not connected up. So that's getting power in through here. So this needs to get power. And those should get power fine. So if I connect that, and then I disconnect that, is there... That powered for like half a second. So these are powered. I'm going to look at another screenshot that I have to see, because I'm looking at how they have it powered. So these are going to the out. This has juice. It should be sending it. Let's see. Let's see. Give me power side. So that's the automation. I'm looking at this. That's fine. Those two are connected. This is on the main line, so that's fine. Try to see one of his other ones. Like, I get this. I understand what he's doing. I just don't know why mine's not working. Let's look further down. So those two. And that goes into the supply. These should be looping. Check my... That's working. That's supposed to be flipping. There's no signal yet. Is this right? So on his, he has it over here, and it's over these two. So it's fine, but... And... yeah. This is the black side of the automation. It goes into this, and it feeds that. This goes into both. With him having it over here, it goes into here and here. So here and here is fine. Because he runs it up and over. From this one to that. And the battery also comes out of that. Okay. And if this one's red, these two are red. That's right. If these two are green, then these two are green. That's fine. This is saying I'm low, I need power. So we have power. The generator's working. That's only got 480 a load. It should be pulling from here. And if we look at this, I mean, let me see what happens if I do that. It's still no power. Why? Deconstruct that. So the battery's on the line. That should be sending power to these. Purple is saying current load is none. Why is there no load here? Current load is none. So that has load, like I'm barely using any. Oh, we have power now. There we go. All right, so now that that's working, let's go ahead and let's see, no power's going here. So this is just telling them they need to go. Let's see if we can connect everything back up, have it work properly. I think it was just that. 90 to 80, 70. What's going on with the automation? Green, green, green. Yep. This is automated to that to tell them, yes, we need this. So why isn't swapping back and forth? Well, definitely doing something. So we're going to do this one to 80. 80. 70. 80. And this one we're going to say it 80. 90. What is going on? That's definitely working. Deconstruct that. I don't know if that's causing issues, but I know it shouldn't be part of the system. It's also not sending any power to there. It's taking overheat damage though. But why is it overloading? The potential load's only 480. So we are trying to learn how this works. I'm not sure why that overloaded all those wires. And why it says that these aren't able to pull power. Now, this is an old guide that I'm looking at, so maybe they did some kind of weird-ass update, and it's not working the way it used to. So, what if we take that off? Oh wait, this one should be lower. 80, this should be 70. And it should be telling them they need power. This should be 90, 80. Maybe I have this backwards. I think I do. That's the power side. That's the supply side. No, that's how it's supposed to be. Look at what he has here. Like, I watched this video several times to try to understand it and make sure that I understood it completely. But apparently not enough. So that goes back to the grid. This one, powering that. Like, it's an ingenious thing. It just doesn't seem like it's working now when we talk about this 5 years later. And no automation into those. Right. This one and this one are connected to that. This one connects to that as well. This is the close battery. Tells those yes. This is there. Going to be a knot. That's going to be a knot. They're all going to be unplugged. If I disconnect that, it's automatically a no. And those stop working. Woof. Man, this is a rough day on this. Man, and it just like set off all those wires. deconstruct some of this. And then we're gonna put we're gonna tie that in. And I know that's not gonna be great, but I still don't understand how those wires like how they over. And you can see there's still overloading. So this is calling for power and it needs power. This is full, so it should have already swapped out. Oh, here we go. We got some stuff going on here. So now this is 80 and 70. This needs to be 80 and 90. And then we go into the power. Just any of it. We should be able to snip that. This is not swapping back and forth. It's used all of it, right? Sends a green signal when it's less until it's 90. So now, what signal am I sending? I am a green signal. Okay, so where am I? I need to be like, I'm gonna do this at like like 10? Because there we go. All right. So it's definitely working. I'm just not able to get it to flip. Well, there, I just manually flipped this for now. 90 and 80, 80 and 70. I think it's working. I'm just not using that much power now. All right. We may have figured it out. Maybe the key is you had to have both batteries charged or something. I don't know. So we'll be able to, you know, fix this. These are not pulling anything because we're not connected to the grid yet. But we can connect to the grid based on that. So now these are working. Didn't switch this though. When that battery dies, everything loses power. It's a NOT gate. It's a NOT gate. Okay. Benefits, setup. So the true transformers are supposed to be putting that back in. All right, so that's that. He's got that at 90 and 70. What's the other one set at? Like these should be going back and forth. Oh. Wait. So this one, why is this not flipping back and forth? It's not using any power out of this is the problem. Those are closed. That's here. This is open. This is closed. No power is going into that. It's just being used. All right. We're going to... Now we're going to manually open this one. We're going to manually close this one. And then we're going to quit. Yeah, the automation just doesn't seem to be working just quite the way I want it to. And then something's overloading. The current load on this wire is 2,000. They changed something. That's a power loop detected. That's okay. So now there's no power loop. But the automation's not working the way I expect it to. Those are both full. That's at 90 and 70. So that'll turn. Yeah, that's a red signal. So that's doing what it's supposed to do. This one is supposed to be red signal when it's 90% charged. And when it's less, let's see if we can do this at 50. And then the automation right now is green signal when it's less than 50. Gas pump pipe blocked. Let's do a quick check. None of these are set to go. Batteries are fine. Okay. And we're going around here because we're gonna fix all these wires. Buildings, deconstruct. We don't need any of those. So some of these wires we will be able to get into. Nope. It only pulled from this battery again. What it should be is this should be closed, this should be open, that should be open, and that should be closed. And now these should be engaged. Is this not? Oh, this had to be 50%. Okay, so we'll switch all these back. And hopefully all right, so this isn't pulling enough. It has to be connected to something else. The wire, this wire is under 240 potential of that. This in here is power transformer. The wire, yeah, so why is it overloading? That shouldn't be overloading. Man, I was really hoping that I'd just be able to like get this working. It would flip into place and I would be able to ease this line. Okay. This line has to be connected across here, not to here. So let's put this in place and see what happens. Like, I don't know why it drained all that power. I don't know why it's not going into this system. So I wonder if batteries now do put some kind of load on the system. I'm fine watching the overload damage. I want to see this one get like powered up. Yeah, it just drains that really quick. And this never switches back. So it's full, but the automation just isn't working. Red signal when it's fully charged. So why was it? So if I do this, green signal when it's less than the low threshold. No, this should be opposite. This should be opposite. Something is not right in this setup. These two are together. Maybe the smart batteries just run stupid. Do another check. Send a green signal when they require charging. So that should be a green signal. This one needs charged. Smart battery. Red signal when it's 90%. Green signal when it's less than 50% charged. Did I run this wiring the wrong way? Should have gone this way. Let's try that. So connect that this way, right? Runs it up. Connect that this way. Snip that. Run that this way. And then we'll have to build more here and here. Snip that. And then snip that. that. Is that what we did wrong? Oh, I think, yeah, I think we fixed it. I definitely see the overload damage happening still on this. But we're definitely getting power here. So this one will switch, and that should put power to there, which means then we'll start feeding power to these. Hopefully. Or not. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Wait. No. That. Do we have any going through? Some. All right. One thing that I'm going to do while we can do it, I'm going to put this power transformer in. And we're going to snip it off of this. We're going to put in this heavy wet wire here. And then we're going to put regular wire here and here and here and here. All right, so that takes care of this side. Now that worked. I'm gonna pop that, pop that, pop that, and pop this. Oh. 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 It is flipping back and forth. We do have this connected in. The batteries are full. This is pumping. We're no longer damaging crap. And deconstruct those buildings. That'll help us get in to fix some of these wires. They'll come and fix these wires. They're all here. Okay, that. Oh, so I had this flipped the wrong way, so these were powering the wrong way. And now that the power is shifting in the right direction, like, I'm pretty sure we can, like, cut this out That goes in. So the batteries are doing this. This is like a buffer. And then there is 0 load on this wire. This has a lot of load. So we could start putting some stuff in. Let's just deconstruct those power wires. We could start swapping some things out. Because as long as we have this in the system, now it's going to start working properly. Oh my god, this is flipping fantastic. This also means that as we do that, we can like get these out of here. I'm pretty sure the automation is still in place. Yeah, because these are barely running, and they're only running when this is flipped and needs more juice. Zero load. So that means we can start like getting rid of some of this. Like we could put this in here. You see this one battery? We can put in a couple of these batteries in there and get rid of all this high-powered wire. Oh my god, that's great. The problem is, how do you swap it out as you're working? Because we can now go through walls. I think like we may not need all of these anymore. We do know that the conductive wire works well. It does 2,000 watts, so everything's powered again. You don't have to worry about that. Like that was a long 10, a long 10 cycles, but this is not working yet. That is a vacuum. And that's in place. So yeah, now that that's done and we actually have something working here, we can deconstruct some of this. Is my wire still overloading? I don't think so. Hopefully someone will come and repair these now. That's gonna go for 70 cycles. Now we have hydrogen back. There, yeah, you fixed it. It worked. Nice. Yeah, they'll take care of that stuff. That's good. Iron ore. Okay. It's still getting overload damage. How are we getting overload damage? So what is it doing? Is it because these? I mean, if I cut this, like, that shouldn't be overloading at all. The only power it should be delivering. Yeah. That goes in that. So these are drawing power. Well, I know this works. And that should be on this line. This is separate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to research that a little bit more because I know like these are supposed to be there so that you can like power some things up. And I just want to get rid of the heavy wires if I can. But I don't really need those everywhere. It's just something that kind of helps line it out. So put that. I mean, he's using conductive wire, and so it's that's what he's used in his setup. But we'll leave that off for now. Because I don't want to continually overload my power wires. But that does work. I know we are way over time, but I'm good. I'm glad seeing that work. No more overloading. That only puts power into that. This is something that I'll have to look at and figure out, like, why is this pulling so much? I mean, they're empty now, so I think it's supposed to be like a buffer, but for some reason it's not working the way I expect it. But yeah, you can see how he's done it online. It's Gamer's Handbook. It's like a 5-year-old tutorial on that. Again, he's done this with regular wire, and like he's the one sample that he was showing, he has everything running on this regular wire, and I'm not really sure how that works with that, because I should be. Let's see, I have some screenshots. Are you kidding me? Did I? Snagit editor. He's going the other way that I am on this. Feeding. So he's going up here and over and up. Yeah, and these two should go across to that. And there's no automation. It pulls that in. These should not be, like, they shouldn't pull enough that they would need that, you know? kind of watching it just to see. And yeah, I mean, it's not doing anything. So, all right, well, I'm sure you all have some tips and tricks. I think now that we have this figured out and it's actually working, you know, we can deconstruct some of this stuff. Go into power, deconstruct this wire and that wire. We just don't need that anymore. And then we'll start running this main line. Like, this main line should not have any power draw. So it's weird that like these two are like, these should be feeding back into this system. I know it's kind of like a weird loop. Hopefully they'll get, should be able to deconstruct that and have them fix it, and they should be able to get to that, fix that one. This one's the only one they can't reach. That is okay, that's in there. I mean, we don't really need any of that wire. Actually, we could put this in there, and then once they build that, we could deconstruct all of that. They can't get in there. They'll have to get in there and fix that at some point. Only because I don't want to look at that little red mark. Broken. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, I hope you all liked this video. Here we go. So thanks for coming along with me on this little exploration. We're gonna have to fix oxygen next time around. We're just losing so much of it, and it's likely because we have a lot of dupes working. We have some gas getting out because we're not going in and out through a liquid vent, so they're breathing a lot of this, they're breathing a lot of that. If we can separate these two, then that'll be weird ice. That'll be a good positive. Oh, that's the other reason. We're losing oxygen because we have this disabled. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to get this going again. So that'll be our number one thing when we come back. This isn't a vacuum, so that's good. They've done what they can to put all this into place. This is going to be our next focus. Now that we know that this power supply works, we'll just have some cleanup to do, and then you know, in 70 cycles, when this is no longer erupting, we can, you know, work on that. Cool. Oh man, that was stressful. All right, well, water's still okay. We're not hurting for that. Is this erupting? Next activity? No, it's dormant. So something took damage in there. Okay. Well, come back and see the next video, and I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. Thanks.